And no one, I mean no one, is paying to see Angel Reese attempt to play basketball. Hell, not even Mama Reese is paying to watch this.
You can't tell me that the Caitlin Clark effect isn't real. You knew when news broke yesterday that Caitlin Clark was going to be out for a few weeks, that ticket prices were going to go down, but I never expected them to go down 71% for the rivalry game.
And no one, absolutely no one, is paying to see Angel Reese attempt to play basketball. The numbers don't lie. When Caitlin Clark went down with a quad injury on May 25th, the WNBA felt the earth shake beneath its feet. Ticket sales collapsed, arenas went silent, and players like Angel Reese are now facing a harsh truth. The league runs on Caitlin Clark's name, not theirs.
Indiana Fever ticket prices to games over the next 2 weeks have dropped 42% since Caitlin Clark's injury announcement. An average ticket price of $137 all the way down to $80. People are selling their tickets, definitely can't get face value, so what do? They just continue to lower and lower and lower and lower.
I relocated the game to the United Center, the home of the Chicago Bulls and the largest arena in the NBA, expecting a marquee matchup between Clark and Skyford Angel Reese. Now here's where it gets sweet, all right? It gets real interesting right here. However, uncertainty looms as ticket prices for the game have plummeted dramatically following Clark's injury announcement. Oh my goodness. Since it became likely she will miss the June 7th game, ticket prices have dropped a staggering 71%. Oh my goodness. Falling from an entry price of $86 to just $25 according to Tick.
The moment Clark's injury hit social media, the economic dominoes started to fall. Ticket prices for the Indiana Fever's next games plummeted 42%, dropping from $137 to just $80 overnight. And that's not a minor dip. That's a free fall. Fans aren't buying. Scalpers can't sell. Even diehards are stepping back.
I told you earlier, these WNBA franchises that moved games like the Chicago Sky to the United Arena, you're screwed. You're done. You're cooked. Nobody is going to show up to this thing. Chicago Sky can't sell out their own 9,000-something seat arena like it is. They couldn't when they were kind of decent. They're a dumpster fire now. And now that Caitlin Clark is injured, the ticket prices for the Fever and Sky game just plummeted to Hades.
You know that wherever she goes, she's selling out arenas. The ticket prices skyrocket. Like, even trying to get tickets to cover Hawkeye Arena when they played the Brazilian national team at her old school was just insane prices. If she's going on the road, wherever she's going, ticket sales jumped by 140%. Average is $312.
The Chicago Sky thought they were making a power move, moving their June 7th matchup against the Fever from a 10,000-seat arena to the massive United Center to cash in on Clark's draw. But once her injury hit, those tickets crashed from $86 to $25, a 71% collapse. And Angel Reese? She's left playing to half-empty seats that were once expected to overflow.
The WNBA will be reliant on their other stars to maintain the interest of the mainstream. With Angel Reese being the only player with mainstream name recognition, most of the pressure, it is going to be on her to perform. And we have plenty of evidence that proves Angel Reese is not qualified.
Caitlin Clark could be projected to be $1 billion revenue maker for the WNBA this year. Now, obviously, the WNBA won't see that money, won't see most of that money, and it's not just in the WNBA, but it's all of her sponsorships, it's all of her appearances, it's all that stuff. But according to the projections, we're looking at $875 million could easily eclipse $1 billion on her economic impact. Caitlin Clark entering the league last year was responsible for 26.5% of all of their economic activity. So revenue from merchandise, which again, with the CBA as it is currently, she doesn't see a dime of any of that. TV, and then ticket sales, obviously, which again, they don't get any.
The Caitlin Clark effect isn't hype, it's hard economics. Fox Sports data shows games featuring Clark average 1.17 million viewers, nearly triple what other WNBA games draw. It's not even close. Clark doesn't just lift the fever. She carries the league on her back. And now that she's sidelined, the WNBA's dependency is being exposed like never before.
People might be saying, oh, well, the teams aren't really going to suffer. They already sold the tickets. No. You don't understand. If the Chicago Sky moved into the United Center, and let's say resale-wise, they sold all 19,000, well, when only 9,000 to 10,000 show up, they're losing merchandise sales, they're losing food sales, they're losing beverage sales, they're losing big. They took a big gamble to get into that arena, and they're losing big because it's not going to be full, and those people aren't going to be buying things.
The ticket prices. This does not shock me at all. What did I say earlier? The WNBA was about to F around and find out, and these rival teams were going to be in a lot of trouble. Well, they're finding out. Kathy Engelbert, WNBA, you better start putting some respect on Fever fans' names, Caitlin Clark's name. Otherwise, this league, we got to remember, they lost $40 million still last year. All right? They're getting a new media rights deal. That thing won't be worth shit. If Caitlin Clark was to either get really injured and couldn't play, or decided to just say, I'm not going to play here anymore, I'm going overseas.
For Angel Reese, this isn't just a PR nightmare. It's a career wake-up call. Once marketed as Clark's biggest rival, Reese is now realizing that rivalry means nothing when the fans don't show up. Chicago Sky tickets that used to sell for $100 during Clark games are now going for $17, less than a movie ticket.
Jerseys, the number 22, the various styles, whether it's a T-shirt with 22, whether it's an Iowa jersey, whether it's a Fever jersey, a throwback, I mean, whatever. The amount of people in yellow 22 apparel is stunning. It is more than Peyton Manning ever had leading the Colts to a Super Bowl. It's more than Reggie, more than anybody I've ever seen. I've never seen anything like it. Now she's not going to play, so I'm curious, are we going to have sellout crowds? Are the Pacers going to draw the attention nationally when they play the Sky or the Liberty or the Sun or whoever?
In just one season, Caitlin Clark has accounted for nearly 26.5% of the WNBA's total economic activity. That's nearly $875 million projected for 2025. Her games sell out arenas, skyrocket viewership, and generate global attention. Meanwhile, the rest of the league is struggling to fill half their seats. Fans are speaking loud and clear. Twitter threads are flooded with posts like, "No Clark, no ticket." Even ESPN hosts have started asking the tough questions. Why hasn't the WNBA built more stars? Why is one player carrying an entire league? Angel Reese, once dubbed the Bayou Barbie, is now fighting to stay relevant as the media spotlight fades. Her team's poor start and off-court controversies have done little to help. Without Clark's shadow to spark interest, Reese's games have seen attendance fall by over 60% in some markets. Even her signature personality can't fill those seats anymore. The league has seen legends before, Taurasi, Bird, Swoops, but none have caused a cultural shift like Caitlin Clark. She's not just selling tickets. She's redefining what women's basketball can be. The challenge now, making sure the league doesn't crumble when she's gone. As Caitlin Clark recovers, the WNBA waits. Angel Reese and others face the test of proving they can carry their own weight. The fans have spoken, and the message is clear. Without Caitlin Clark, the lights go dim. The question now is, who, if anyone, can step into that spotlight?